What it do?
What up?
What up? That was a depressed ass what up.
I feel it, man. I feel it. You put the work on me this week. Pause.
What was pause? Dak door penetrated. What was what was the term that you used? Beat you like a kid in Target? That was that
Like
was a
a
prediction.
Yeah, man. It was ugly. I thought it was gonna be closer, and then neighbors, dude.
Yeah. It's
I
it's
just imagine. I imagine what Jackson Dart would have done with neighbors in the lineup.
Yeah, no, I was terrified. Like after the game with the Chiefs, where Russell just looked horrible. I was like, oh, I'm not too afraid of facing neighbors. And then they were like, Jackson Dart is starting. I was like, that's a little scary. Like, and
Yep.
then they were starting to connect a little bit because he had 4 points before he went out, like 2 for 20. Like it was they were getting him involved early, and yeah, that it sucks. Fucking CD back to back, CD and the neighbors. Um, you what is that? Your first two picks?
First two picks, man. Yeah, and when I got the alert, you actually when you alerted me, I was like, surely this is not how my season is gonna go. But here we are.
Yeah, you're like, don't fuck with me, don't mess with me. I'm like, I would literally never play with your emotions like that. Um, so yeah, but first matchup it was the Cocoa Bowl, me versus you. It was not close. 192.5 to
All right.
135.9. You told me it wasn't close. What do you want me to say? It was a
It
hard
was
fought.
not.
It was a hard fought bout. Came down to fucking Monday night. Really was sweating that Brees Hall was going to drop 60.
I will say this. I saw the median. I had the median in my sights,
Yeah,
and it just
it
kept
just
getting
kept inching
further and
away.
further away.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I think the fifth and sixth team, because it's not the average. It's just out of 5 and 6. That's the only people who actually influence it. And it was Chantel and Phil, and it was like right
Hmm.
at 150 and 145, and they both had. I'm pretty actually Phil was done, but Chantel still had Higgins. So every time Higgins got something, that median got a little bit further. Like, um,
Yeah,
but
because when we started, it was like 130
yeah,
or 131, and I was like, I can get that.
like I
I can
can do
get that.
this.
And then it just
Um,
kept creeping away from me.
yeah.
So annoying.
This was honestly, like, anecdotally, probably my best fantasy week ever, and this is
Ever.
leaving 34 points on my bench from Pickens, but like, I mean,
You,
23 out of Hurts, 29 out of Bijan, 27 out of Bucky, 16 out of Rome, 18 out of Warren, 19 out of Sutton, 29 out of Hampton. Like, it was just everybody went off.
and I will say this, you will never see the Commanders defense on my lineup again. Ever.
Didn't you? I'm almost positive last week you told me you were like, time to drop the Commanders. Wasn't that?
I did. I did, but then I was like, okay,
And
they're
then you
playing
picked
the
them back
Falcons.
up.
Like, yeah, they're playing the Falcons. Shouldn't be that bad. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah. Did you see? You weren't watching the game super super closely, huh? Like, were you a little?
No, not in the morning. Honestly, I went to go visit my family, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna like take the morning off. It'll be
Yeah.
should be a close game. Close matchup, and it was not. Yeah.
But there was a play where Bijan caught a swing pass, outran the linebacker. I think it was Bobby Wagner on your Commander's defense. But he
Yep.
outran him 70 yards and gets tackled at like the 2. And then they throw a touchdown to Kyle Pitts right after. I was like, fucking sick, dope. Like,
Yeah. That's
it was
terrible. That's a
it was
terrible thing.
the worst swing because like obviously you had Pitts and like what after a 70-yard catch is
My
eight
18
eight
point
points.
guy.
Yeah, yeah, but a 70-yard catch is 8 points, and then Kyle
Yeah.
Pitts gets a catch and a touchdown, which is like 7 point something. I was like, dope. So that just completely erased that. Like,
Yep.
um,
Yep.
but yeah,
Yeah.
better days ahead for your squad, bud.
I hope so, man. I gotta get something going. I've sent out a couple messages to some people. You
Yeah.
know who you are. You are not one of them
Interestingly
because I'm
enough,
annoyed
my
with you.
DMs were empty. Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy.
Oh.
You didn't want to trade with me. All right. Well,
Sorry, man.
um, hey, it's all good. It's all good. Next matchup, we had David taking on Nezdoba. This one, Nezdoba won 159 to 119 over David. Again, man, Josh Allen almost 30 points, McCaffrey 26. So, fairly quiet day from Jackson Smith and Jigba, only 13, and Tedero McMillan only 10, but DK Metcalf 25, Debo 20, like just
I
a really good game from Taylor squad.
I feel terrible for David and Jamar Chase, man. I mean, he's just a shell of himself right now, and it's
Yeah,
I
that
never thought
team,
I would say that, but I do feel bad for you, sir.
that entire team is just completely different uh,
Can we
after
can we
that
can we
injury.
also just talk about like how the Bears are just terrible?
How are they
I'm
terrible?
sorry.
They're 2-2. They're 2-2.
Dude, I'm sorry, but they're just not playing like I don't know if it's their defense or
Their defense had
I
four
see
takeaways.
dude, I see Caleb like one read and he's gone. He's like out of the pocket. I'm just like, dude, what are you do? Like just sit there. Just
Bro,
sit there for a
Max
second.
Max Crosby was everywhere that game. He was everywhere. This dude in the first quarter, I think, had like three or four tipped passes, like at the line of scrimmage, and picked one. Like
Like
it was
I
nuts.
think honestly, when it comes down to it, like we thought that the Bears had upgraded their O line, and I don't think
Yeah,
they did.
I think I
There's a
think
lot of they get a lot of pressure on them.
yeah, they do. Uh, and their ground game is almost non-existent. Swift is
Yeah,
not doing a whole lot. He had the touchdown, but it was like a two yard run at the end.
but I don't think it's him. I don't think it's him though. I think he's just not getting
Any blocking.
what he needs up front.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, we'll see. They did definitely leave like a lot on the bone, but it was cool to see like a close game that they won. Like, I feel like for the last few years, Bears have just been cursed with like anything that was within like a field goal, they were losing. Um, but yeah, as far as David's squad, like you said, Jamar Chase only 7 points. He played Caleb Williams at quarterback, only 13 points. Quinshawn Judkins looks good though, 21 points.
He
Like
looks real good, dude. Yeah.
that was a good pickup by him. So again, I also think better days are ahead for David, and he's relatively healthy. Knock on wood. So we're all right there. Um, Next matchup have Phil taking on Ashton, who was in first place. He was undefeated, but Phil, with his second win in a row, took him down 150 to 132.
Really filled him up.
Jesus,
Pause.
Lord. Um, Phil lost Burrow and lost McCarthy, so he picked up Jordan Love. Jordan Love dropped 33 in that fucking bullshit 40-40 tie game where just
What
both
a
teams forgot how to play
dude.
defense.
Next topic, please.
And Jake Ferguson had 17 points in that same 40-40 bullshit tie game where everybody forgot. No, sore subject? Okay. Um,
When I said next topic, there it is.
Swift 16. Steelers defense got 14. That was nice. But yeah, good game by Phil. Ashton lost Lamar Jackson for a little bit with a hamstring injury. Don't know how long that's going to be. But
Dude,
that
that's got to be nerve-wracking, not just for Ashton, but for the Ravens. I mean, they were not playing that well as is.
Yeah. I was over here saying, oh, if the Chiefs start, 1-3, like it could be tough. Like the Ravens are now, shit's getting down to crunch time for them.
It was good to see Travis Etienne have a little bit of a solid little performance there.
Yeah,
20 points, almost 21 points.
ETN, and then JJ with Carson Wentz, like
Yeah.
finally like looking like JJ. So, That was good. And then Quentin Johnston, bro, for the Chargers, this man couldn't catch a fucking cold the last 2 years, and like, goodness gracious, he is
Yeah, where
balling
did he
every
come
single
from?
week. Yeah,
But I
it's
mean,
wild.
13 targets, you better fucking catch something.
That is true. But again, 23.8 points. He is the number 4 wide receiver in all of fantasy right now.
Yeah, that's weird. I
That's
did never
crazy.
expected to see that.
Yeah, so Phil goes 2-0, barely beats the median, beats Ashton. Ashton goes 0-2 on the week, dropping down to 6-2. He's still in second place, so still looking fine, but definitely took a little bit of wind out of his sails on his undefeated season there.
Oh,
Next, we got Darrell taking on Abel. Darrell bounced back in a big way, 151 points, and Abel put up 121. Darrell's squad, CJ Stroud had a little bit of life. Josh Jacobs, 31 points in that 40-40 tie. I'm sorry, people played in that game, Rich. I don't know what you want me to do. People played in the game.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
points
they
were
did.
scored.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson caught a touchdown last night. Lions defense, 19 points. Solid job by Darrell's squad.
Both of these teams look like they could, give up a receiver and be okay.
Both of these teams look like they might have an unread message from a co-commissioner. Who knows? Who
Maybe,
knows?
maybe.
Abel had an unfortunate. Jalen Warren was marked out at like 6 fucking a.m. in the morning before the Dublin Ireland game, and he left him in his lineup and got a big fat 0. But thankfully, it doesn't look like it would have changed too much, because Durrell still won by 30 points. But
Yeah, it looks like Abel could use some running back depth.
yeah, you gonna trade James Cook? James Cook available for the right price?
Did not say that, but for the right price.
Can we talk about Egbuka? Just
Oh my God, dude, this
for
fucking machine,
again,
dude. He's a machine.
again, only
Yeah,
4 catches on 10 targets. That's a little interesting.
that
But
worries me a bit.
that does
But
worry
the
me a little
fact that he's
bit.
got 10 targets is like, okay.
Yeah, first game Mike Evans out, Chris Godwin back, and it's like, nope, Egbuka the rookie is our fucking go-to guy. That was big time. I fucking solid pickup by Abel, man. That draft pick haunts me.
Do we feel like Godwin slides back to the number 3 spot when Evans comes back?
Yes,
I kind of feel like that's the case right now. Like
yeah.
they don't have a choice.
I don't think they have a choice, and I think Godwin is naturally right. It was his first game in however long because he's coming back from injury. He looked a little rusty. I think he had like 1 or 2 drops. Just didn't look as Chris Godwin
Right.
like as we have in the past. So,
Yep.
but yeah, we shall see. But yeah, Darrell goes 2-0 on the week, beats the median, and Abel goes to 0-2 on the week. And
And
then
I
the
bet
last.
I
Go
bet
ahead.
Darrell did it in his best Sunday suit too. Had to have.
And then the last matchup of the week, Curtis taking on Chantel. I feel like a mother freaking broken record. Chantel dropped the Ravens defense, girl. It's -6 points again. And those 6 points would have put her above Phil's score and would have given her the dub over the
They're
median.
not they're not playing well. Give it up.
They're at -6, -7, and -6 at 3 of the 4 weeks that they have played. I just saw
My
Chantel, by
God,
the
dude,
way.
that is so.
I just saw her. It was her birthday. Went over to
Ooh.
her house and celebrated her birthday. And I told her to drop the defense, and it fell on deaf ears. But Curtis's bro, Derrick Henry, what is going on? Seven
It's
point
the
eight
entire team,
points.
dude. Top to bottom, the entire team is just falling apart.
He had 30 points in week 1, and then his last 3 weeks, 2, 10, and 7. Is the fall off here?
Yeah, Curtis, it seems like You might need to get rid of Derrick Henry.
I would like to break some news after asking a question. Did you ask Curtis for Derrick Henry? That's my first question.
No, I did not.
I I had a trade in Curtis's inbox for Derrick Henry, and it was sitting there for at least a full day. It was Jalen Hurts and George Pickens for Derrick Henry, and
Oh my God.
he did not take it. And I feel so lucky because
Because you forget you forgot it was there.
no. I sent it. He rejected it. This was two
Oh,
weeks
got
ago.
it.
This was 2 weeks ago.
Got it.
But I sent it and he rejected it. Breaking news, y'all. But and ever since then, Hertz has balled and George Pickens has balled and Henry looks horrible. And Curtis, you would have won. Actually, he won this week, but you would have won your last week had you taken my trade. Just letting you know.
But I will say breakout for Ashton Genty. Very nice.
Breakout for Ashton Genty might happen. Tyreek Hill, though, he loses him for the year. That stinks.
Yes.
Puka fucking Nakua, bro.
Yeah.
37 points, 13 receptions for 170 yards and a touchdown.
This man is wild.
Why was Puka not drafted over Jamar Chase as the number one
Do,
overall?
and do you know that his catch percentage is like 87%?
Bro,
87% of the balls thrown to him are being caught. Is the highest in the
it's
league by far.
and his target share is probably ridiculous too. He's
Oh, it's
probably
crazy.
like 30% of the team's throws just go to his
Yeah,
direction.
it's crazy.
Week 1 24, week 2 27, week 3 23, week 4 37. He is the number one receiver and the number one overall player in all of fantasy right now. And he has one receiving touchdown. He's not even doing off touchdowns, just pure volume.
42 receptions on 50 targets.
He has over 500 yards and we've played 4 weeks. Like, bro, what? This man
Oh
could
my
have
God.
2,000 yards easily if he stays
You know
healthy.
what's crazy
Like,
though is like Devontae Adams is also having a good season too.
exactly. Devontae is like
I don't know.
taking a lot of the red zone touchdowns, so he's like still very relevant. Like, it's insane. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know what happens down there in LA, but man, they just know how to take care of their receivers. It's really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I would love that to be for all of my receivers. That'd be great. But yeah, Curtis wins, squeaks out the median, and beats Chantel to go 2-0 on the week. Let's look at the standings. We have a new but familiar face returning to first place.
Unbelievable.
Nesdoba. Nesdoba is back in first place at 6-2. Ashton drops a spot to second at 6-2. I remain at third at 6-2. Phil climbs up 4 spots from eighth all the way up to fourth at 4-4. Durrell up 4 spots as well at fifth at 4-4. You drop 2 spots at 4-4 at sixth. Curtis gets up 3 spots to seventh at 3-5. David drops 3 spots to eighth at 3-5. Chantel drops 3 spots to ninth at 2-6, and then Abel drops down 3 spots to 10th place at 2-6. Lots of frickin' shakeups in the rankings. Dang.
I would just like to call out that I have the highest points against in the entire league.
You do, but only not. It's not ridiculous. You've had 3 more points scored against you than Curtis has. Like it's
You see
it's
this? This is the
it's not.
face of depression. Here we are.
This is the face of a man who lost his first 2 draft picks.
Oh,
Let's look at week 5. Before we do, can we figure out, are we doing predictions or are we not doing predictions?
let's do it. Let's do it. We got
Okay.
bye weeks coming up this week,
We
by the
do
way.
have bye weeks. I have Bijan on a bye week. Not happy about it. Uh, I am taking on Curtis in week 5. He's got Drake London on a bye. I've got Bijan on a bye. So, fairly
If
evened
you
itself out there. But go ahead. What were you
you're
gonna
gonna
say?
you're gonna beat Curtis. If you don't, we have a
I
problem.
I don't like the certainty in your voice. I feel like you're setting me up for a jinx. I
I'm
think that
hoping.
I think that I can beat Curtis. I'm hoping. um, but yeah, I will take myself in that one as well. You take on Chantel uh, this week. What's your thoughts on that?
I just want you to know that I've already taken out all of the bye players from my lineup, and I still only have a 22% chance of winning.
That's no, Kyle Pitts is still in your lineup.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
that's
because you
reassuring.
don't. That's because you don't currently have another tight end. So I'm sure you will be picking somebody
Yet.
up on waivers.
Yet.
Yet. Who are you looking at? Darren Waller. That's who it is, huh?
That's not who it is. Okay,
Yet.
that's who it is. But neither here,
Yeah.
that's neither here nor
How much did you drop a lot of money?
that, sir, I will not reveal because
That's fair. That's all right. Um, hey, I'm gonna throw it out there. I got you're on a little bit of a skid. Chantel's been putting up points. I'm gonna go with Chantel.
I'm going with Chantel too. There you go.
Fair enough. Um, Next, we got David taking on Darrell. David is currently projected to win. Darrell does have somebody on bye, so the projections are a little skewed there. But, um, man,
Quinshawn Judkins, I think, is about to have another fucking game against
on
a
Minnesota.
Minnesota defense that is not that great. I think he's gonna ball out. I don't think Jamar Chase gets it going. Sorry, David. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, against Detroit, that's going to be another tough one. Hey, shout out to Xavier Worthy, though. He looked good. He looked fairly healthy. I'm still terrified. Like, one wrong hit shit could re injure that shoulder, but so far, looking fine for David.
And I will say, Darrell, you have AJ Brown headed to Denver to play against Pat Surtain and the Broncos defense.
Yeah.
It does not look good.
Yeah, that one's scary because I have the guy who's throwing him the ball. So, not sure how much room he's going to have to complete some passes,
Yeah.
but
At
I'm
least you
split
got
on that
tush
one.
pushes, you know?
At least I got tush pushes. Yeah, when in doubt, push the tush. Yeah, I'm
Pause.
split on that one. Pause.
Pause.
I'm split on that one. It could go either way. Who do you got?
I'm going to take David on this one.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, Darrell.
Next up, we got the first and second place teams going up against each other. Ashton versus Nesdoba. Let's check. Ashton will likely be without Lamar Jackson, but Nesdoba has a couple people on bye as well. So, could go either way, but I mean, you lose your starting quarterback and you got to go up against Josh Allen. I'm going to lean Nesdoba for this one.
2 hours ago, Lamar Jackson likely to be out week 5. Taylor takes it.
Breaking news right now. Kieran Duncan likely to start Houston Texans defense against the Ravens.
Great
against
call.
the Cooper Rush led Ravens. I didn't even know he was
Great
on that
call.
team. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
I thought he was still on the Cowboys with you. I didn't know.
Yeah, no
But
idea.
and then last matchup, we got Phil taking on Abel. I believe Phil has a couple people on bye. Abel looks like all his players are pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
This one,
Abel's got some wiggle room there, you know,
yeah,
especially in his receiver area.
especially his receiver area, and maybe who knows, there might be a message in his inbox. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Could be not. Yeah. This one is tough because I feel like Phil's team is kind of doing this, and Abel's team was kind of doing this a little bit. So, but with the buys and stuff, I don't know who Phil's gonna turn to for quarterback and to fill all his other positions. This just might be a tough week. So I will lean Abel.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Abel, you know.
Yeah,
Nice
butter him
house,
up.
nice
Yeah,
team,
yeah, butter him up.
you know, good looking guy,
Good
pause.
looking guy.
But a willing pause. You know, he seems like he's in a great place
He seems like he's in a
in life.
great place, a good guy to maybe trade with. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, that is all the matchups, and I forgot to do it at the start of the show, but I was the highest week bonus. I don't get any $10. I just get to save $10 from paying out all of you motherfuckers. So, $10 that I
Great.
get to keep. So, I'll take that.
You're
But
doing your
yeah,
thing, man. You
hey,
you completely annihilated me. 41% difference, and I just great job.
thank you,
Kudos to
man.
you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Well, that's all, folks. We will be looking forward to week 5. And remember, bye weeks. This is the last reminder you guys are getting from me.
Yeah,
So
that's it. That's it.
that's it.
Did I mention I hate fantasy football?
Not this video, in text messages, but not this video.
I hate it.
Four
Here we
weeks
are.
in, 4 weeks in, Cowboys season is ruined, and Rich is hating fantasy football. We are so back, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to you in week 5, and we will catch you in the next one. Deuces!